Hey everybody, Chris Lucier with the Elm Wealth Management Group of Raymond James here with another video, but this one is a little bit different. And as you can probably tell, since I'm not in my quaint little home office, I'm actually down here in the beautiful, picturesque, charming southern town of Charleston, South Carolina. I'm here on a few-day business trip, and it's a pretty interesting little city. Lots of cobblestone streets, as my luggage can attest to. Getting stuck between, it's hard to travel with that around here, but also really cool history. Really interesting. There's lots of haunted stuff, and I'm a stone's throw away from where the first shots of the Civil War rang out over at Fort Sumter. Really cool. So why am I here and why am I doing this video? I wanted to make a video about travel. Since I'm in a different location in a different locale. So this video is going to talk about the three main categories of travel that I go over with clients. The first category I refer to as local or regional travel. This category entails something where you're either getting in a car or even a taxi or a limo and going out either for a night on the town or sometimes a weekend away, like maybe to the White Mountains of New Hampshire if you're from our area. Usually a quick trip, doesn't cost a lot of money, or is not very time or money intensive, period. You can do a lot of them throughout the year and it's not going to break the bank. Now, everybody does this sort of travel because if we didn't, we would lose our minds, right? We need to maintain our sanity. So everybody does it. We always account for that in the goal planning process. The second category of travel that we account for, I refer to as big trips. Now, big trips typically involve something like a plane or a boat and a longer period of time where you're gone for a week or 2 weeks and costs more money because of that. Now, some people, this is where people differ in a big way, because some people take a lot of big trips throughout the year and they allocate a lot of resources toward that goal because they value it and prioritize it that way. For some, it's every quarter they'll take a big trip, or they'll go away with different members of the family or different groups to different locations, and it can be really exciting. Other people take one big trip a year and they allocate the spring break or the summer vacation or what have you, and that's kind of the one big trip for the family every year. Some people take one big trip every few years, every 5 years. Everybody values it a little bit differently, so that's where there's a lot of discrepancies across the planning world, and it makes our job really exciting to see how people value travel differently. The third category of trips are referred to as the bucket list items. Now, these may or may not take quite a bit of time. Sometimes they can be short, like a week or two, but they're almost always very cost intensive. And that's where we really have to get into the weeds of planning these out and timing them to make sure that the funds can be accounted for and planned for accordingly. So not everybody has bucket list items. Some people have a number of bucket list items, but regardless of whether your travel is made up of a lot of local, regional, or a series of big trips, or a series of bucket list items, or a combination of all of them, we want to sit down and chat about it, account for it in the financial plan, and make sure that we can sustain those goals without ever running out of money. So hope you like the video. Hope you like the change of pace. Hopefully it's not too shaky as I'm walking around here. Enjoy. Happy travels. We'll see you next time.